Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
And once again, we are from two countries, two sides of the world. And I thought you were going to add something there.
No, you froze for a second. And so I thought I was going to have to pick stuff up. So
It happens, I guess.
That's what happens when you're in two countries.
And it's a very unpredictable internet here. Like sometimes it's lightning fast, and other times it's something very simple that takes me forever to get to work. So who knows?
You want to know something? We have a lineup, but you guys know me. I always want to go on tangents. I watched a video last night about the international date line. That is so messed up. Why did we do that? It's not a straight line. It goes like that. Have you seen a map of the international date line?
Yeah.
Why is it like that? Why is it that you can go on a 45-minute plane ride and it's a different day? That is messed up. And as a society, we should not have allowed them to do that.
Isn't Alaska part of it in 2 different days?
I don't know.
I feel like it might be. I don't know.
That is going to mess me up if that's true. And I don't like that. We created time. Time isn't real.
Yes.
I need to express this. The international date line is so messed up. Why did we do that?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I really couldn't tell you.
It like really, I don't know, man. Like then I started thinking about time zones, and that stressed me out. So
what about time change, like daylight savings time? Did you get into that?
Well, I hate that, but that's different.
That was one thing nice about being in Japan, was not going through that.
Okay, well, guess what? You come back next week and it's going to get dark at 4 p.m. So get ready for that.
That's what it's been here. So it won't be a change. Like
it's been doing that anyway? Yeah. That's all the time?
Yeah, it was before, yeah. Mm-hmm. It makes it really easy to put my nephews and niece to bed early because it's already dark.
I'm not strong
enough. It also makes you tired earlier, but it's weird.
I'm always tired
from all the adventures we're doing too. What should people do, Katie, if they want to join the conversation about time?
You should go into the conversation, into the comments, and give me your opinion about the international date line and how we as a society could have prevented the invention of the international date line. How it could have made it a straight line. How it didn't need to go swoop. I
would like to see the origin of the international date line, like when that became a thing in a Doctor Who episode. Because you know how he often goes to like historical moments of time? That one would be hilarious. And then they could make some crazy reason for why it's whatever you say it is.
I think what really messes me up, and this is just the icing on the cake to me. I don't care. This is a show now about the international date line. I am so sorry for what your plans were.
It's geeky. It's fine. Yeah.
Anyway, what messes me up is that they're like, oh, it goes like this so that there's this island that could be in it. But then they didn't do it for other islands. So why did that get special treatment is my question. But more importantly, this lead up. The international date line does mean that today is your sister's birthday, but not here.
Not yet, but kind of.
Not where I am, but it is where you are.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Christy. And tomorrow, happy birthday again from Katie and the rest of the geeks watching in the United States and on the other side of the international date line. And it's very weird.
No, you're on one side of the internet. Wait, what side of the international date line are we on the same side of the international date line?
Well, I'm on the 22nd, so I don't know.
I don't know either, but then like when I wake up, we're on the same day for like a few hours.
Yeah.
This is so
But
stressful.
I know here, maybe this can help though. When I flew over here, I always watch the map thing as I'm reading. And I saw the plane fly over the international date line. So yes, I must be on the other side.
Wait. I'm going to go into google.com. Are Japan and California the same size? Why is that? Well, now I want to know. Are they? California is 12% larger than Japan.
I was going to say, I'm going to bet California is bigger just from what I've experienced.
On the same time zone.
We did a deep dive into the international dateline.
Okay, Japan, New Zealand, Tasmania, and Fiji are on the same side of the dateline as the United States.
Interesting. So I must have just flown over it, but not actually like.
I don't understand.
Maybe I flew over it twice because I did fly kind of close to like Russia as we were going over.
You know, like, who doesn't have international dateline? It's like Venus, Saturn. This is a purely Earth concept.
Yeah, when you don't have a calendar, it doesn't matter. All right.
I messed up.
It is all very confusing. Yes. All right. Other birthdays that happened this week was Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, who had their 95th birthday a few days ago. And we had some of our team recording, filming, all of that fun jazz, the cavalcade that they did. And the big thing to me this year is they gave out buttons again.
They did.
Like, when's the last time? Maybe they have been for Mickey's birthday, but I feel like we haven't gotten buttons like we used to for things, and this time we did, and so I was excited. And there was birthday buttons or the circles that you could take pictures with, and we know Murray loves those. And it was also Murray's birthday on the 18th, so happy birthday, Murray. And the cavalcade looked cute. It was very similar to previous years, it seemed like. What did you think of it, Katie?
The mice had a birthday. I can't believe it's 95 already. I was actually literally just texting Taryn, funny enough, and I was talking to them about the 90th birthday special that was on like ABC or something. And then I all of a sudden was like, that was 5 years ago. That feels like yesterday. That is not. And
in 5 more years, it'll be 100.
I almost made a joke, but I don't want to do the fear mongering that people have been doing.
Oh, I know where you're going. Yes. But I am curious how
icon forever.
Yes, and I am curious how they're going to celebrate the 100th anniversary, because I feel like in some ways I think it might be a bigger deal than Disney 100.
I think so as well.
Actually, in many ways.
But also, Steamboat Willie walk around Main Street. I'll put him in Toontown. Let him celebrate his 100th. Like, what if?
I like that idea.
What if operationally throw what you know out the window? Okay, so sit with me. Sit with me on this.
Is it Disneyland though, or do you put him on Buena Vista Street?
So here's what we're thinking. Okay.
Okay, we
could put him on Buena Vista Street, but what I'm thinking, morning time, we're Steamboat Willie. We're feeling a little crazy. Okay, and then Mickey, he's got to go. He's got to get stuff done. Mickey comes back. Boom, he's in color. Whoa, Mickey through the eras. We're gonna get Fantasia
and where's different
in there.
And where's different. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like we're thinking a celebration.
Every hour is a different one.
Mickey has a
if
little
you have 100, like you basically just divide the day into 10 segments, and you'll work your way through. Love it. I think it's great.
They could even do like 5. Like, we don't have to do 10. Like, we don't have to be super crazy. But could you imagine?
But we could.
But yes, no, I also think that Steamboat Willie on Buena Vista Street would be great.
True.
Also, for the 100th anniversary, could they get married? Could we throw Mickey and Minnie Mouse a wedding?
Maybe that's the big thing, is they get married for the 100th anniversary.
Remember
that'd
how
be very cute.
The promo for Muppets ABC was like
totally
the drama. Yeah. But this is the opposite of that. This is, guys, it's finally happening. They're getting married.
We're giving you what you want. We're going to make you happy. True. Another thing that's new is we got our Wish animated water short that does, I think the song's called This Wish, in front of World of Color Season of Light, which is cute. It's short. It's fun. Like, we have a video of it. What do you think of it?
I always like when there's a short before. I think that World of Color. Ooh, I'm gonna say something weird that you guys might not like.
Mhm.
World of Color is visually my favorite nighttime spectacular at the Disneyland Resort. Visually, I love
okay.
colors. I love colors, and these look like colors that I want to eat. And I don't know how to explain that, and I will not be explaining that. But they look like colors I want to eat. And so, you know how my brain works.
Uh-huh.
I love it. It makes me happy.
I'm very amused.
Okay, have
No,
at
because
it.
now, no, because now I'm like, oh, well, this makes me want cake.
Well,
Like,
my
my brain started thinking about food. Go ahead.
specifically the colors that I want to eat in World of Color is when they do the low fountains and they project lights through them. So they are multicolored and they look scrumptious. Anyway,
Here's my
I just
question,
like
though.
what?
This is finish your food, and then I'm going to ask a question about the show.
Finish my food. No, it's also like I sometimes want to eat the water fountain in Tiki Room, but that's neither here nor there. The fountain when it goes
It's
like
a dessert, isn't it?
I
Yeah,
want to,
it's a dessert. It's very
I want
refreshing.
to eat that as well. Yeah, it's like a nice little like summery dessert.
Yep, I agree.
The girls that get it. The girls that don't. Okay, and that's neither here
There are
nor there.
so many quotable moments in this week's show. I feel like we need to go back and capture all these quotes and just tweet them or share them on Instagram throughout the week, because there's been so many. Here's
If
my
anyone
question.
did question how insane I am, now.
No, I think there's been some really good quotes, but from both of us, actually. But the question is, you've got these little shorts they're putting in front of World of Color.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, sometimes they would put them in the show.
Yeah.
Do you think
No.
you put them back into the show ever, or do you always keep them as a short in front?
Pre-show. Always.
What about a post-show? What about a tag?
A tag's fine. I prefer, and this is me not liking change. So let's go down the list of Katie's neuroses. She wants to eat colors. The fountain in Tiki Room looks delectable, and also I hate change. So I like things to be structured certain ways, and I don't want my expectations of that structure to change.
Okay, so you want to keep it the same.
Yeah, so I would like it to either be before the show or after the show, and that's fine.
Perfect.
Like I like how they did Elemental before. I thought that was very pretty, and I think that worked very well. Also,
and I like the Lunar New Year one too.
Yeah, Hurry Home. I like that one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I wanted to say is that you cannot say that the song is called This Wish and not think that I'm going to go, this kiss.
Oh.
Come on.
There you go.
It's a 90s classic. It's a bop.
Mm-hmm.
You can't name a song that and not, I don't even know. Who sings that song?
I don't remember.
Okay. Anyway, that's it. That's all I had to say. Yes, thank you. Taryn's with me.
Great. We also learned today.
I know Taryn's got me.
Always. We also learned today that Dave Filoni is now officially the Chief Creative Officer for Star Wars, which I think is awesome. And now the future of the Jedi and the Sith and everything else, story-wise, is in his capable hands. What do you think about this news, Katie?
I think that if it was ever someone but Dave Filoni, it was a giant mistake.
Even if it was Jon Favreau, like I could have seen a world where it's Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni or something.
Yeah,
they seem to work really closely
I could see
together.
them co-running, but honestly, at its core, I don't think anyone understands Star Wars as fundamentally as Dave Filoni does, and I think that no matter what fan thinks they're like, oh no, I know Star Wars, Dave Filoni knows it better than any. Like Dave Filoni lived through the Battle of Yavin. Like I don't know how he did, but he did. He was there.
Okay.
No, I think that he has the best grasp. And not only does he have a good grasp of the foundation of Star Wars, but he also has the strongest sense of creative storytelling that I have seen. that
Mhm.
makes for interesting stories, because it doesn't matter if you
Totally
understand
agreed.
Star Wars foundationally if you can't tell good stories, and it doesn't matter if you tell good stories if you don't understand Star Wars foundationally. So
Well,
that's
and I
it on that.
think that's part of the reason he's excited about this, from what I was reading, is that previously he was kind of the local expert on, this is what the Jedi do, this is what the Sith
Yeah.
do, this is who they are, and now he can come in at an early level with the story component and really help develop the bigger picture and the direction that's more true to where the Star Wars story goes in the future. And I think it'll be very fascinating to see how that impacts the future series, how it impacts movies, how it impacts the reception of future movies and series, because I think he's probably been doing this. Like I don't, like, they just announced it, but I have a hunch when all of these movies were announced, whenever it was a couple months ago, maybe a little bit longer, my hunch is he was in on all of that. And
Mhm.
this was already happening and in a work in process. And they just were like, we're not announcing it yet for whatever reason. I could be wrong. But he's going to be down at the ground level for all of these things. And it's either going to work or not work from the perspective of the fans. And it'll be interesting to see if, or how that impacts the future of the company and him.
To be revisionist, and I love the sequel trilogy. Don't get me started. If someone tries to put hate for the sequel trilogy in the comments, you are fighting me personally. But imagine if Dave Filoni had been at the creative helm when the sequel trilogy was created. Again,
Well, I think
I'm a sequel girly. This is Rey Skywalker's lightsaber.
But you're making a great point here, though, is I feel like what he has done the best is, when the Clone Wars first started happening and came on, was it Disney Junior or whatever it was?
Cartoon Network originally.
Okay, a lot of Star Wars fans were not super happy with the prequels, and it added a lot of backstory and depth to the prequels. And to me, it made me enjoy the prequels a whole lot more, from being like, yeah, it's fun, it's Star Wars, to like, oh, I really like what they've done, and it fits bigger picture. And I feel like he's doing the same thing with all the live action series. And I presume we will get more of that kind of fills in a lot of the question marks and gaps that we as fans make answers to on our own and judgments to on our own. And wouldn't it be great if he could do the same thing for the sequels that he did for the prequels, and kind of flush out the bigger picture, and get rid of the suppositions that different fans have about different parts of the series. And I really think that could make all of Star Wars a whole lot better.
Well, I'm just saying, like, imagine if in 2015 Dave Filoni had been at the creative helm when the
I agree with you, but I'm just saying the opportunity now. Yeah, because I completely agree.
And this is coming from an 100% selfish point of view, but my favorite celebrity of all time, Carrie Fisher, who is no longer with us, God rest her soul. I wish that General Organa had gotten a different
path.
Anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I just wish it had been different. And so that's just me being like, protect my girl, Princess Leia.
There you go. All right, we're going to keep on moving along, and it is now time to talk with Muppets.
Thanks, Dad. Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man. Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man.
All right, we've talked with our Muppets, and now it's time to talk about them. We learned today that there will not be a second season of Muppets Mayhem, which is kind of sad. But the more I've thought about it, the more I'm kind of glad, because it had a very nice story arc, and we got our album out of it. And unless there was something that wasn't just rehashing, I kind of am okay not moving forward. Like, and I am not saying I don't want more Muppets. I'm just saying, if the pitch for season 2 wasn't as good as it was for season 1, I would rather not have season 2. And because my first instinct seeing this was like, wait, I love that show, I want more. And then as I've sat around today and chased after nieces and nephews, I just suddenly had this thought of like, maybe the pitch wasn't as good for season 2 as it was for season 1. And you just need to find another story to tell. What do you think about this?
When I saw the announcement, I had multiple split-second reactions. The first one was, I thought this was only a one-season show. So I wasn't surprised by there not being a second season.
Nice.
And then my next split-second reaction, again, all of this happened, as you can see about how my brain operates tonight, because I'm not hiding it. My brain moves very fast. So then my next split-second reaction was very aggressive, and I am upset, and I want there to be more Muppets. Like, imagine if we got a behind the music, but for Electric Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
I love mockumentary Muppets. Anyway.
Yeah, I think you could do something with that. I just
Yeah.
think if the story's not there, don't try to tell the story. And,
I agree. That's why I thought it was only a one-season project, because they set out with we're going to record an album, and then they did that thing. And so I was like, oh,
and the
cool.
album is great. Like, we listened to it on LP. It's fantastic.
We listen to it frequently.
Yeah, it's so fun. And like, I feel like in many ways, it was kind of the same path as the original Muppet movie, where it's like you're setting out to do this thing, and we did it. And until you have another thing that you're setting out to do or another story to tell, you probably shouldn't. And I think you could do like something like the Electric Mayhem goes on tour, but that's kind of already been done. And unless there was a big reason to do it, I'm kind of stuck. And I almost would prefer exploring another subset of characters like they've explored the Electric Mayhem, but
Blue
kind
Zealand.
of do something. Sure, why? Like, what's his backstory? Whatever.
Exactly.
Or his continued story. Like, what's he doing now? Oh, or maybe it's I would have no problem if they took more classic books and retold those as well, like we see Treasure Island or Muppet Christmas Carol, because there are more of those that you could do. And I think there's a lot of possibilities for this. And maybe they just haven't been flushed out enough yet. We are getting to see them, though, at Disney Jollywood Nights. Well, just Kermit and Miss Piggy. And I've heard good things about that. So we'll see.
I will say, and I mean, call me a poet, but this did just come to me. Life's like a movie. Write your own ending. Keep believing. Keep pretending. We've done just what we've set out to do. Thanks to the lovers, the dreamers, and you. So
there we go.
I'm
Keep
actually
dreaming,
not
everybody.
a poet. That is the finale from the original Muppet movie, and that is one of the greatest pieces of Muppet music ever written, in my humble opinion. That line specifically. Okay, thank you.
Totally great. Another great thing to watch is good old boy Indiana.
Good old boy Indiana.
Good young boy Indiana, who has adventures, and he tries to make friends with everybody, and it just doesn't always work out the same way. And for this week's IndieCam, watch Indiana try to be friends with Katie's cat Hamilton. Enjoy.
You kept his scream at the end.
I had to. It was so cute.
So Ham is a very opinionated little man.
I really wanted to, and I almost did this, was just unmute it and do commentary on Indiana's thought process through this whole thing. Because there's this whole well, maybe if I try this way, he'll like me. Okay, my head's lower. So I'm just gonna put my snout through underneath the table, and then he can see me, but we're not getting too close. Oh, I got too close. I'm gonna go hide. I'm gonna hide over here again. And like the whole time, he's like, I really just want to be your friend, but I'm also terrified of you. And he's twice the size of Ham already. Like,
He's
I don't know.
three times the size of Ham.
He's three times the size of.
I'm estimating he's about 45 pounds, probably. Ham is 15 pounds, which is chunky for a cat.
There you go.
But
that's a lot.
Ham hisses and chases Indy, and Indy respects it. He is the most docile, submissive dog I've ever met in my life. He is not trying to be aggressive. He's just a little baby.
Yep. He's a peacemaker. Like, he just wants everybody to get along. And he's like, can we just play and be happy and eat food and drink water, and we'll be happy. Like, one of the other things, I don't know if it's going to be an Indy cam, but every time Indy drinks water, he wags his tail, and it's hilarious because he's like, oh, water. I know, I saw it. And he's like, I'm drinking water. My tail's going back and forth, and I'm very happy to be drinking water. And it's hilarious, but
so happy all the time.
Yep.
Like, his new thing that we have accidentally trained him to do, and it won't work for you, so count your blessings, I guess. We have 2 individual like recliner leather chairs. And he has learned specifically, if he puts his paws up on the chair that belongs to my dad, which is like on a specific side, if he puts up his paws, that he can just sit there and get his chest scratched. And that's all he wants.
So
he puts his ears flat. Yeah. We have, he puts his ears flat, and he'll just sit there. He'll sit there for minutes at a time, and he's just the happiest dog. Like, he's just a little dude.
Okay.
That's the guy.
There we go. Speaking of other happy things, World of Frozen is now open at Hong Kong Disneyland. And I can tell you, after this trip to Japan, I have a new appreciation for Frozen. I have seen each of the movies over a dozen times, and my niece and nephews absolutely love Frozen, whether it's Frozen 1, Frozen 2. Like, we have a system now where I'm like, which one did we watch last? So at least we can go back and forth, because they have different preferences, and then it keeps me out of getting in trouble. But every time I write a World of Frozen article, it's like this cloud of kids come around the computer wanting to know what I'm doing, and why am I posting pictures of Elsa and Anna and Olaf and you name it, and they are so stoked. And it's that, and like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Mickey Mouse Funhouse. Like, they're excited about all of that stuff. So thank you to that team too. But World of Frozen looks absolutely amazing. It opened, 2 days, a day and a half ago, depending on where you're at, and the 20th. And it looks literally like you're walking into Arendelle. And it's my best description of it, as I've been posting and writing about it, is it almost feels like they did what they did for Cars Land or Cars in Cars Land with Frozen.
That's what I was thinking as well.
And it's one of those times where I really, like, I haven't had a huge urge to go to Hong Kong Disneyland until this opened, because I suddenly am like, oh, this park is worth the trip now. Like, Phantom Manor, very cool. The new castle, very cool. The new shows, very cool. There's some other fun stuff there, but it hasn't ever been to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I'll fly halfway around the world to go to Hong Kong and go to this Disney theme park. But now I'm like, this is a destination worth going to now. What do you think?
Looking at the chat, Taryn took the words out of my mouth. New theme park puppets! I'll be so honest. I was like, Arendelle looks gorgeous. It looks super pretty. I don't have any need or necessity or drive to do anything there, but just to be. Which is what I do in Cars Land, is I just I just morph
I
around.
do want to go on their attractions though, because like Frozen Ever After has a bigger drop, and
Yes.
like they tried to add a little bit more thrill, and like the sleigh. I'm forgetting his name at the moment, but
Yoo-hoo.
yes, that one. Kim.
No, sleigh. Like
It looks fun.
Snow sleigh, not sleigh.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yes, that one. Anywho, all of like I was like, oh cool, this is super neat. I love it, pretty. And then I saw puppets and I lost my mind. And I was like, it's like Merry Menagerie and like all of the best things you could imagine. I got excited about this. I like Frozen. I think Frozen's cool. I'm like, neat. I've seen both of them in theaters. Love it. Cool. But if I feel this way, I can only imagine how your niece and nephews would react. I can only imagine. Yeah, like, it's real. It's in front of you. Like, anyway, that's how I feel. It's just screaming.
So check out all our videos and coverage. You'll love it, just like we do. Before we end the show, I will show you another thing that would make you freak out, probably in the same way. And that was my adventure yesterday, which is not up yet, but I have been getting adventures up on the website. And yesterday I had the best view of Mount Fuji. And this was a picture of me taking a picture, which is always fun. But we went to this village that's ancient and is a traditional Japanese village, and we could see Mount Fuji. And there were some incredible pictures taken that will be up on the site soon. And as soon as I can get through all of them, because there were a lot. But don't miss that. And I'm posting them on both, well, mainly my Mr. Daps Travels Instagram is where photos are going from this trip. And then I'm doing a few of me on the trip on Mr. Daps. But Katie, we're running out of time. What should people do?
Go to dapsmagic.com, check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens, subscribe to our mailing list, find our Patreon where we do cool things.
And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we have a ton of videos going up, including the Knott's Merry Farm coverage that we got from this last weekend. And there's more of that coming, as well as the internet allows in Japan. But that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you round the corner.
Bye.